The Bolt Report. Now, Andrew Bolt.
To stunning threats to Australians issued by Turkey's president after the Christchurch massacre. President Erdogan of Turkey is an ultranationalist and a hardline Muslim now campaigning in local elections, trying to stir up the mobs. And to do that, he has been playing them footage on a big screen, you can probably see on the right there, footage that the alleged Christchurch killer himself filmed of shooting Muslims dead. Now, I'm not going to show you what Erdogan showed, which was very lightly pixelated footage of people being shot in their mosque. And then Erdogan issued this threat to Australians and New Zealand Christians, grandchildren, he called them, of the Anzacs who fought in Gallipoli, a threat that they would be killed if they came to Turkey to make it Christian again, turning Istanbul, for instance, back into Christian Constantinople.
Yeri geliyor. Ülkemizden 16.500 kilometre uzaklıkta, Yeni Zelanda'da, oradaki verdikleri mesajlarla bizi sınıyorlar. 1000 yıldır buradayız. İnşallah kıyamete kadar da burada olacağız. İstanbul'u Konstantinopol yapamayacaksınız. Dedeleriniz geldiler, burada olduğumuzu gördüler. Sonra da kimi ayakları üzerinde, kimi tabutla geri döndüler. Şayet aynı niyetle gelecekseniz sizi de bekleriz. Sizleri de dedeleriniz gibi uğurlayacağımızdan hiç şüpheniz olmasın.
Prime Minister Scott Morrison immediately called in the Turkish ambassador to demand an apology. And the ambassador told him his president was just speaking off the cuff in an election context. Well, the Prime Minister wasn't buying that.
Remarks have been made by the Turkish President Erdogan that I consider highly offensive to Australians and highly reckless in this very sensitive environment. I have conveyed that in the strongest of possible terms to the Turkish ambassador today, and I do not accept the excuses that have been offered for those comments. I have asked for these comments to be clarified, to be withdrawn, but I can tell you that all options are on the table.
Now, Scott Morrison has warned Australians travelling to Turkey, especially ahead of next month's Anzac Day, to take precautions and wait for further travel advice. Now, this is a brutal reminder, now not just of Turkey's political drift. I mean, that's bad enough. Under the great founder of modern Turkey, Mustafa Kemal Atatürk, who beat the Australians and British at Gallipoli, Turkey became a secular nation and oriented to the West. Now, Atatürk was a great friend of Australia, but Erdogan, he is dragging Turkey back towards a Muslim state, and he's imprisoned tens of thousands of opponents. He has praised even children at his rallies for wanting to be martyrs.
Türk bayrağı da cebinde. Şehit olursa bayrağı da İnşallah örtecekler. Her şey hazır. Değil mi?
And Erdogan, over recent years, has appealed to the huge Turkish minorities abroad, like the 3 million Turks in Germany, to rally to his cause. They've held state-sponsored rallies in these countries. Now, this is why his exploitation of this Christchurch tragedy is so dangerous. But like I say, we've been given a brutal reminder here of what really feeds terrorism, like the massacre in Christchurch. It is not what the witch hunters on the ABC and the Greens, it's not what they are claiming as they search for scapegoats and ideological enemies to punish. It's not that Pauline Hanson that we should be blaming for saying that Islam worries her. It's not the Prime Minister we should be blaming for wanting tougher borders. Those attacks are just so opportunistic and so wrong. For one, the alleged killer spent just 45 days in Australia over the past 3 years. And second, and I can't speculate for legal reasons, seeing we're going to New Zealand, about his motives, and I can't quote his writings, but it has been, should I say, it's been said that what most changed his thinking was what he saw while he was travelling in Europe, immigration there and terrorism. I'll say no more. And as Erdogan now makes crystal clear, it is events, much more than words, that truly radicalise the tribalists on both sides. For instance, an Islamist attack provokes in some tribalists, white racists or whatever, a deadly revenge. And their terrorism, in turn, incites more reprisals. They feed off each other, these men of violence. And that's why the Islamic State, for instance, has also responded to Christchurch, warning of reprisals. A spokesman said the scenes of the massacres in the two mosques should wake up those who were fooled and should incite the supporters of the caliphates to avenge their religion. You see, it's really violence that is our enemy. Threats of violence too. Not a discussion, a peaceful discussion about religion or about immigration. So please, do not let the journalists trying to punish those that have raised those topics blind us to the real problem, which is, in this tribalising world, the extremists of both sides and all sides, they are making each other more powerful, and they are making peaceful debate ever more threatened.